Man, you guys are going to like this home. Welcome to Living in Atlanta, Georgia. And on today's episode, we're going to be showing you this brand new construction built by Taylor Morrison in the Oak Meads subdivision here in Beaufort, Georgia. And if you don't know about Beaufort, Georgia, make sure you check it out because it's one of the best locations when relocating to Atlanta, Georgia. You guys are going to love the floor plan, and even more so, you guys are going to love the price and the incentives. The good news is they just opened up. Bad news is there's only 46 lots, so they're going to go quick. Today, we're going to give you a full home walk tour of the first floor, second floor, including the basement, and then we're going to talk about those prices at the very end, so stay tuned. But enough all that. Let's get inside and show you guys what this home has. The model home that we're going to be showing today is the Essex floor plan. This is a 5-bed, 4-bath, almost 3,300 square feet. And keep in mind, this is a model home, so it's going to have some upgrades that you can add. Of course, that price is going to go up from there, but we're going to talk about all that at the very end. And if you are someone that needs to buy a home this weekend or very soon, well, they have some homes that are already built for those type of clients. That is the Ingram floor plan. That's going to be your lowest price, smallest square foot in the community. And then you also have the Trent, and then the home, that third home down there, that home is already sold. We're going to go and turn this camera around. You're going to notice right when you walk up, you have this beautiful exposed white brick, whitewashed brick. I love that curb appeal. You also have this covered front porch area. This is great if you're someone like me that has young kids, a 9-year-old, a 12-year-old out there riding their bike, riding their skateboard and scooter. Well, you can enjoy them having fun from the front porch area while you have your glass of wine, your cold beer. So I just love that. And of course, when it's time for dinner, you can just call them in and they're going to come running in ready for that dinner. Now, let's get started on this floor plan. Like I said, we're going to start with this first floor. So right when you walk in, you are going to see how beautiful this home is from the top to the bottom with all the designs, lots of natural light, lots of recessed lighting throughout the entire home. So you'll see all that. Now, when you walk in, you'll see that it is an open floor plan. It's not an exposed ceiling leading up to the second floor. Some of our new construction videos do have that, and you guys love that. This one's going to be a little bit different, and that's okay. Right when you walk in to the right, you have the dining room table, you have the dining room area with lots of natural light. It is a cloudy day, but as you can see, it's still letting in plenty of natural light into this beautiful room. Great place to have the Thanksgiving dinners, Christmas dinners, or maybe just those typical Sunday dinners. Now, before we go down this hallway into the living room and into the kitchen, we're going to actually go through this, what I like to call the butler's pantry area. I just love this feature on homes. I always wanted this on the next home that we purchased. And that's because you have a little coffee bar area. It's kind of like a little hidden area with your nice china. And it just, it's just elegant looking in my opinion. And then also, if you're someone like Amber and I who has all these bills and all this junk that you just don't want to look at on the daily basis, well, there is your junk drawer. Plenty of space. And you're going to also notice all the cabinet space that you get in this home. This is just a little teaser of what you're going to get. You're going to see it throughout the home. Also, you're going to see that the glass doors, these are upgrades, but it looks really pretty. Typically, you're not going to have the glass doors right there. Now, going into the kitchen, before we go into the kitchen, a lot of clients are always asking about the pantry, where it's located, what the size of that is. And that's right here in the butler's pantry area. You'll see that it's a walk-in closet, lots of space with a 9-foot ceiling, so you can put shelves all the way to the top. If needed, you can also have some space down below. But I like that walk-in closet being right between the dining room and the kitchen. Now, one thing that some of these new construction builders are doing, which I love with the design, is the two-tone color paints. This one does not have it. And I'm disappointed that Taylor Morrison didn't put it in this community because I think it would have fit perfectly. But what I'm talking about is maybe this is painted a dark blue, navy blue, and it's a different color than the rest of the cabinets. If that is something that you're looking for, drop it in the comments. I'm curious to know, what color would you paint those cabinets, or would you leave them the same to match? I'm curious to know what our audience is really looking for. You'll also see that you have stainless steel appliances in the kitchen. That's pretty standard. But in this case, you do have a wall oven with a microwave combination. This is the exact same one that Amber and I have at our home. We have no issues with the GE profile setup, and we love it. You also have the hood. Sometimes you'll see the microwave right there that is vented out. In this case, this is the hood sitting over the 5-burner gas cooktop. I'm a gas cooktop kind of person. I don't like cooking on electric. In this community, you're going to be able to have a gas setup. So lots of space in this kitchen. Going into the living room, you're going to see that you have a fireplace that is an upgrade as well. And then you also have lots of space if you want to put, shelves on each side. Any cool trophies or any pictures that you want to display for all your friends coming over, that is going to be a great place for it. I like that it's not just one wall going across. There's actually some character. You'll see that you have the crown molding running through this first floor with lots of recessed lighting. So this home has lots of natural light and also lots of recessed lighting. So you have no issues with lighting in this home. Now, sometimes people like having a dining room up front. Sometimes people like having it in the kitchen. This is going to give you best of both worlds because you can have an eat-in kitchen with a small dining room table. If you don't want that there, then you have extra space. But you also have the island set up where you can put bar stools there. I know that my kids be sitting there banging their forks, banging their knives, asking when dinner's going to be ready, talking to us about our day, and also doing their homework. So I like that space for the kids and any guests that are coming over. We're going to go into that back patio covered area in just a minute, but I want to show you what a lot of our audience is looking for, and that is a downstairs bedroom with a bath combination. This one doesn't have it as its own private bathroom, but it does have a connection on the backside. We'll show you that in just a minute. I like that feature because you don't need to have an extra bathroom downstairs. But yeah, this is going to be your bedroom down on the main level, maybe for some in-laws, but typically this is where your guests are going to sleep if you have any guests coming over. Enough space for a bed, the nightstands on each side, a good sized dresser, and a little chair. So I do like the space that you have down here. Now you also have 4 bedrooms, including the primary upstairs. We'll get there in just a minute. You'll see that all those closets are a little bit bigger, but on this bedroom, on this main level, this closet is going to be a little bit smaller. And the reason for that, well, it's a guest bedroom, right? So you're not necessarily going to have clothes for 12 months out of the year in that closet just while your guests are staying over. Now, I mentioned that you can go into the bathroom on the other side of that wall, or you can go in right here. So like I said, if you want to have this as your own private bathroom for the guests, you can have that. The door is open on the other side, so I want to make sure we don't break it as we're opening. But you'll see that you have a shower combination with the sink, the toilet. This is not a full bathroom because there's no tub, but still, this is perfect for any guests coming over. If you need a tub in your bathroom, we'll show you where that's at because I know, like my kids, they love to take their baths. Now, this is going to be the garage entrance from the 2-car garage. You have the drop zone here in the, right when you walk in so the kids can throw their backpacks, their coats. Now, if you're an organized parent like me and have OCD, you can just put it right into this closet. So either one would work just fine. So going back into the living room, as I mentioned, we're going to go outside on that patio. Before we go upstairs, that is where you're going to have 4 bedrooms. You're going to have an ensuite and you're going to have a bathroom and the primary. And then right down here is the basement. So once we get done with the second floor, we'll go down into the basement. But let's get inside. Well, let's go outside, I should say, and take a look at this covered back patio. But you got a good amount of space out here. You can put a little table, you can put a little fire pit if you wanted to. I don't know what the codes are with a little fire pit and these ceilings. And then you also have a ceiling fan right up here. So you'll see that there is still a lot of natural trees in this community. They're building all right here, so they cut those trees down. But you have all the trees on that side and the trees on the other side all through there. And that's going to be your front entrance. So coming up the stairs to the second floor, you're going to see that you have a little landing area. I like that because it's not a straight shot. It kind of keeps the second floor hidden a little bit without taking up too much space. But up on the second floor, you're going to see the first thing that you'll see up here, and that is a good sized loft. California lofts are becoming more and more popular here in the Atlanta, Georgia market because so many families just enjoy the layouts and how these work. We're going to go in there last. That is the primary bedroom. Right behind me, this is an ensuite, so it has its own private bedroom, bathroom set up. The other 2 bedrooms on that side of the wing, those are going to have a shared bathroom, and then there's an upstairs laundry. So we're going to show you all that. And like I said, that is the primary, and that is the ensuite. All right, so the first place that we're going to go into on the second floor is the laundry room. It's not a huge laundry room, but it's perfect for this home. You can see that it's electric dryer set up. I like that. Earlier I mentioned you have gas cooktop downstairs. But as far as your appliances and running your dryer, you definitely want to make sure that that is electric because the cost of electricity here in Georgia is so inexpensive. So I love that feature. Going into bedroom number two in the house, which is bedroom number one for the second floor, it's a good amount of space. This is going to be sitting right over the garage area, so it faces the front of the home. This is currently set up right now as an office. So if you need an office, you notice that downstairs didn't really have an office set up. So this would be a great place for an office. But if you need it as a bedroom, well, you still get a walk-in closet. Take a look at that walk-in closet space right there in the corner. So a good amount of space if you need it as an office or if you need it as a bedroom. Either one will work. And then we're going to go into bedroom number two right over there. But before we do that, we're going to go into the bathroom that is shared between these two bedrooms. And that is this one right here. It is not a Jack and Jill bathroom. It's a standalone bathroom. You have the dual sink, obviously, for both, and the full shower with the tub combination back over here. So like I said earlier, if you are like me and you have kids that like to take baths, this is going to be a great bathroom set up for them. I'm just loving the loft area. That is just so pleasant to be able to have the kids up here, doing movie night, game night, you name it. All right, let's go into bedroom number two upstairs. I'm loving the art design on the wall. I know my daughter would want to come in and claim this room, but still a good amount of space. This one faces the front of the home there and then the side of the home there. I always mention natural light. This home's going to have a lot of natural light here on all the rooms, so I'm loving that. And then you have a walk-in closet over on this side. Not huge, but just perfect for this size bedroom. If you're needing a large walk-in closet, wait till we show you that primary walk-in closet. It's going to give you plenty of space. Before we go over there, we're going to show you this little closet area, perfect for all the linens, the board games, all the extra stuff, extra toilet paper. I know that back in 2019 and 2020 during the pandemic here in the US, that was hard to come across. So that would have been a good place to store it in case someone comes in and breaks into your home. All right, let's go into the third bedroom. This third bedroom is the only bedroom outside the primary that has its own ensuite bathroom. So we'll show you that. But I'm loving this room. Now, the reason why I love this room is just because of the art design and the wall design. We are very close to the first and only AI tech school, meaning that is driven for kids that want to get, or students, I should say, that want to get into the AI tech area. This school just opened in 2022. It is the first school in the US to be based on that. It is incredible. So this is zoned for that high school. That's why so many people want to be here, is for those schools. And you have great location here in Gwinnett County. Gwinnett County is the largest county in Georgia. You also have Lake Lanier right down the street. So if you like to fish, surf, go out on the boat, you have all the fun recreation activities. You also have 85, 985 right down the street. So if you need to commute into Atlanta, Georgia, great place to do so. All right, so this is the bathroom here for the ensuite. As you can see, this one does not have a tub, but you can upgrade this and put a tub in there if you decide to. The reason why they don't put a tub is they figured the person who would be using this room most likely won't be using a tub all that much. And then this is where that walk-in closet is, right by the front of the room. This is going to be bigger than the other two bedrooms, which I like because this is probably going to be your oldest child or the guest that is coming over, staying for long periods of time. Now, let's get into the primary bedroom. We always save the primary bedroom for last because we're always so excited to see and get our audience guessing what they're going to see in here. And that's going to be this primary bedroom with tray cutout ceilings. You have the recessed lighting. Now, you'll see that you have 5 lights up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But right there, you can put a ceiling fan in as a J box. So that is an option that you can do. You also have the built-in speakers, if you can see them there and right there. I love that feature, adding in all the electronics because I'm a nerd like that. I love seeing all that kind of stuff. Now, you'll notice that this is a very good sized bedroom. You have a king size bed with large nightstands on both sides. You can have lots of natural light coming in, not just 2 windows, but 3 windows here in this bedroom. So a lot of natural light, and you still get plenty of space at the front, the footboard of the bed, all the way to the large dresser. You can see that, if you like to do yoga or you need to stretch or do anything like that, you have a lot of space here in the primary bedroom to do so. Now let's get into that primary bathroom with a separate tub shower combination. I love that. Sometimes we'll see it in these new communities where the shower is so big the tub is inside there, and I just don't find that very useful. This one they did a little bit different where it's separated. I like that. A large window to let in all that natural light. And then right over here, you do have the water closet. Not a big deal. Water closet known as the toilet, in case you didn't know what that means. And then check out this huge primary closet. Lots of space with the shelves. You also have the attic space. So if you need to store additional totes for the holiday things, you can do it here. But yeah, great space in there. I don't know that this would work for most families because it seems like the families that are coming in, the wives have so many clothes. This bedroom is missing a secondary closet, so they do not have it in there. Now, I wanted to do this on purpose. You notice that it was pretty bright in here, but the lights are actually off. So this is to show you there is a lot of natural light coming into this home from every which way direction. Go ahead and turn those lights on. You'll see get a lot more light in all the bedrooms and the bathrooms. All right, so earlier we talked about the price points. These homes are going to range in different prices depending on what size you get. The Ingram is going to be the smallest. Those are going to start around $560,000. Keep in mind, with new model homes, all these things in here could be upgrades, so they can be additional costs or a premium for the lot. If you are thinking about relocating to Atlanta, Georgia, and you need help, reach out. We are licensed realtors in multiple states. And our number one job is to help our clients relocate because we did it ourselves. We lived in California. We lived in Austin, Texas. So we understand the relocation process and we want to make it seamless and easy for you. So reach out to us. We can help you. Now, if you are looking at financing, right now, Taylor Morrison is going to give you 1% off the typical average market value of the interest rate, meaning that if it was 6%, you're going to get 5% as long as you qualify with a preferred lender. So that is a huge incentive. By buying their home right off the bat, you are saving money, and they have great incentives. If you are needing appliances, you need those additional things, reach out because we can help with that stuff as well. But let's get into that basement. Can't wait to show you that space down there. This is great. It is an additional cost to get a basement. Not all the homes have a basement lot, so you need to have the topography for it. But if you need additional space outside of the 3,300 square feet on this floor plan, that is where the basement comes in. You can also do an extra bedroom, an extra bathroom, an extra living room, all that stuff down there. So let's go down there and take a look. All right, so they're working in the basement right now, so it might be a little bit loud. This is where their sales office is I'm sorry, not their sales office, but their construction manager's office is, so it might be a little bit dirty. But let's take a look, just kind of give you an idea of what it looks like. We just got to the bottom of the stairs. So you'll see that it's not finished. This is typically what you're going to see in the basements. You'll have the concrete flooring, but right when you walk down, you have an area to the left. You have a bathroom that is right there with a bedroom. You also have a closet. And then over on this side, you have even more space. If you want to put a ping pong table or another living room setup, you can. And what I love is that it's open. It's a daylight basement, meaning that you can go right out to the backyard. So if you are someone that likes to entertain, in the afternoons, you can entertain through your basement, have this open, and just be able to enjoy the open floor plan without your guests going to the second floor. Now, I want to show you this room right behind this wall because this is where you can put an additional bedroom if needed. Sorry about the nails here. You're good, man. Appreciate it. So this is going to be your bathroom right here. It is TUD for that. They're just putting up the drywall in here. So this would be a full bathroom. And then this over here would be a bedroom. And it's labeled as a bedroom because you have a window. Without a window, there's no easement. It cannot be, or access, it cannot be a bedroom. So this is going to give you the window, this is going to give you a closet, and it's going to give you a bathroom down here. Now, this floor plan is going to be very similar as the main floor. So you can take this square footage and add about another 1,700. This is going to put your home close to 5,100 square feet, give or take. So a lot of space. If you guys are thinking about relocating to Atlanta, Georgia, or Georgia in general, and you need help, reach out to our team. We'll be able to place you in the exact location or the area that you're looking for. And that's what we like to specialize in. So make sure you reach out. And until the next one, you guys take care.